Erdoğan issues warning on the Eastern Mediterranean and Cyprus. Our response will be very harsh. President Recep Tayyip Erdoğan issued strong warnings regarding the Eastern Mediterranean and Cyprus during the AK Party Group meeting. Expressing his reaction to Israel's policies in the region, President Recep Tayyip Erdoğan spoke at the AK Party Group meeting. Key points from President Erdoğan's remarks. In these days when events unbecoming of Turkish politics are unfolding, I hope that this magnificent display of brotherhood within the AK Party Group will serve as an example, especially to those seeking to marginalize politics. The People's Alliance has sealed an election victory as the AK Party and the People's Alliance. We once again witnessed the strength of the bonds of trust we have built with our beloved nation this past weekend. On Sunday, our people went to the polls in the European districts of Gümüşhane, Nevşehir, and Tokat to elect mayors and council members. In the by-elections held, the EK party's candidate won in 4 out of 6 districts, while in one district, the candidate of our alliance partner, the Nationalist Movement Party, emerged victorious. The People's Alliance has achieved a highly significant electoral victory. First and foremost, I wholeheartedly congratulate Mustafa Karadak, elected mayor of the Baktatsk district in Tokat, Mustafa Altan of the Yolustu district in Tokat, Kamalettin Demirkaran of the Tek district in Gümüşhane, and Mustafa Zer of the Mustafa Pasa district in Nevşehir, all of whom were chosen by the appreciation of their fellow citizens. Asterisk, we haven't heard a word from them in 3 days, my dear friends. I would like to draw your attention to an important aspect of the picture that emerged from the June 7th elections. As you know, for some time now, certain figures within the main opposition party have been speaking from a high horse, trying to set their own agenda. They were passing judgment on our citizens whom they'd been shuttling from city to city by bus and seeing themselves as giants in a distorted mirror. But as soon as the election results came in, they all vanished from the scene. Those who were shouting at the top of their lungs just yesterday have been completely silent for the past 3 days. No one is speaking, no one is commenting on the elections, and none of the citizens they incited have come forward to apologize. In fact, we witnessed a similar shamelessness after the May 14th to 28th elections as well. We all remember those days as if they were yesterday. What didn't we encounter? Despite knowing full well they were trailing, they had the audacity to come out. They lied to our people, claiming they were in the lead. During the campaign, they tried to manipulate their voters through commissioned polls. And even after the election results were finalized, instead of admitting they were wrong, they blamed the people. Asterisk, you'll get an even bigger slap in the face if you keep thinking this way. You'll get an even bigger slap in the face from the people at the ballot box. If you don't get your act together and practice realistic politics, you'll end up even more like a nightingale that's eaten too many mulberries. If you can't free yourselves from the tutelage of the coup plotters and criminal organizations, you'll taste even more defeat and suffer even greater disappointment. Look, I've always said this. The problem isn't just in their perspective on politics, their political style, or their ugly and vulgar rhetoric. The real problem lies in their mindset. It lies in their fascist ideology. The problem is that the connection they've established with the streets isn't genuine or sincere. The problem lies in their failure to recognize the nation as distinct and their disregard for Anatolian wisdom. The problem is that they view politics not as a means of serving the people, but as a gateway to personal career advancement and profit. Throughout our nearly quarter-century-long rivalry, they have been defeated time and again, and they have been wrong time and again. Yet they have never once attempted to change their mindset. My dear brothers and sisters, judging by their recent behavior, it does not seem they are about to change either. Asterisk, both the complainant and the plaintiff are CHP members instead of resolving their disputes peacefully and calmly within the framework of court rulings. They never take the blame, sometimes blaming us, sometimes the courts, and sometimes the media. Yet we have always said this from day one. In the debates surrounding the CHP's 38th Congress, we are the ones who organized the Congress, and we are the ones claiming that it was tainted by irregularities. It is also CHP members who have taken these claims, along with the supporting documents, to court to seek justice. I say this with your forgiveness regarding the party founded by Ghazi Mustafa Kemal. It is they who have dragged the party into the gutter. It is they and no one else who have branded those they once called the People's Hope as traitors. In a legal dispute where all parties are CHP members. The judiciary made the necessary assessments based on documents and information and ultimately rendered its verdict. The events following the court's decision confirmed the validity of our position. If you notice, despite all the insults directed at our party, insults lacking in decency, propriety, and political courtesy, we remained aloof from the debates even after the decision. We did not get our hands or tongues dirty. We paid no heed to the provocations of political opportunists. We did not fall into the trap set by the media's gun-for-hire columnists. The events following the court ruling confirmed that we were in the right. If you notice, despite all the insults directed at our party which lacked decency, propriety, and political courtesy, we remained aloof from the debates even after the ruling. We never got our hands or our tongues dirty. We paid no heed to the taunts of political hucksters. We did not fall into the trap set by the media's gun-for-hire columnists. We did not give credence to the petty-minded whose connection between mind and mouth has been severed. We contented ourselves with observing events and debates from a safe distance. We maintain the same stance. As long as it does not harm social peace, public order, or the political institution, the turmoil within the CHP does not concern us in the slightest. We absolutely do not want to be dragged or pulled into this vortex. We are not and will never be a party to this power-grabbing battle over seats and halls. Indeed, this is also the desire of our nation and what is expected of us. We are duty-bound to act in a manner befitting ourselves, and indeed, that is what we are doing. As the AK Party, our sincere hope is that this crisis, which has turned into a ticking time bomb due to the irresponsible behavior of certain individuals unable to break free from the influence of criminal organizations, will be resolved as soon as possible, even if they are our political rivals. We do not wish for any party representing the nation under this noble roof to be remembered for power struggles that spill into the streets and the corridors of Parliament through conflict and strife.